Hello there, welcome again to the video lessons of IELTS Speaking. In this particular video, we are going to talk about the evaluation criteria number one, which is lexical resource. Again, as you have seen in the previous video, left-hand side is the criteria defined by Cambridge in the form of band descriptor. On the right-hand side, we have got the explanation of this list of band descriptors, right? So let's begin with this. The first, they're saying use a wide vocabulary resources readily and flexibly to convey precise meaning. Right. Now try to understand it what they mean by wide vocabulary resources readily and flexibly available. They're simply saying use a range of vocabulary which is precisely associated to the asked topic or question. Right? Have you understood? If not, then try to understand it like this. For example, if there is a topic related to environment, so what exactly I mean if I say environment was very good, people like this good environment. Sometimes environment turns bad. You can see there is nothing specific that I'm using, so there is no flexibility, and I don't have any vocabulary resources. On the other hand, if we have vocabulary like global warming or emission of chlorofluorocarbon, um, or emission of toxic gases in the atmosphere. So if you're using or carbon footprint, I mean this kind of word, I'll explain it later. That means you have got a range of precise vocabulary. It also means synonyms. It also means paraphrased version. So it means a lot of things that we will discuss in details, perhaps in the later part of these lessons, right? And then come to the second point, less common and idiomatic vocabulary. So first use less common vocabulary. I mean, good, bad, thing, avoid using them. And then use idiomatic vocabulary skillfully. Idioms or expressions, if you don't know what exactly mean, idioms are the expressions where, and I'll give you the list of idioms at the end of this lesson in PDF format. But the idiom simply means the combination of two, three, four, five words that give a bit different meaning from this. For example, if I give you one example, what we say to that, break the ice, right? Okay, break the ice. So who is going to break the ice in today's meeting? So no, there is no ice and nobody has a hammer that they're going to break it. So that simply means that who is going to start. So this kind of expressions are known as idiomatic expression because the interview is a sort of informal. You should try to use idiomatic vocabulary and paraphrase effectively. I have just explained that to you. Avoid repeating expressions whether asked in the questions. So if somebody is saying you, do you like to visit crowded market, and you're saying yes, I like to visit crowded market, because you simply repeated it. If possible, avoid. Instead of that, you can simply say, oh yeah, I enjoy that, because, so you have avoid the repetition. So try to avoid the repetition and paraphrase expression. So I use, instead of like, I've used word like enjoy. I'll keep discussing some more words like that in coming videos, but let's see one example to clarify the point a bit for you, right? So I have taken the example. There is a question you can see here. The question is, what's the weather like in your country in winter, right? So don't understand or misinterpret it like whether you like weather or not. What's the weather like? Simply, they're asking about the type of weather that you have in your area. We are focusing on lexical resource. So we will see that there are two versions of answer. One is a weak version, and the second one is a better version. So let's try to see and try to find the differences in terms of vocabulary, right? So this is an answer. What's the weather like in your country in winter? While it snows and sometimes it is very, very cold, people don't go out very often and limit their outside activities. So you can see here that we don't have any idiomatic expressions. We have got one precise word which is very, very cold. Nothing else. It's a very simple word, a very common word. So you can see everything is there, which cannot help you get a higher band skill. If you look at a better version of this answer, so the words or expressions that you can see in red colors are either idioms or precise vocabulary or not too common vocabulary or the paraphrased version, right? So let's read this. See, you can you probably you need to know the style as well, the way it is being answered. The question again: what's the weather like in your country in winter? Well, it usually snows heavily with a significant dip in the temperature, and on some days it can be bitterly cold, especially in the first week of January when it is absolutely freezing and people feel as cold as ice. So, mostly people stay home and curl up by the fire. Now you can see precise vocabulary, snows heavily. Combination of what collocation is also a part of the lexical resource. So this is right combinations. So if I say it usually snows very fast, now so it is not a right combination of words, which is known as collocation in English, and this again plays a vital role as far as getting higher band skill in this particular criteria of speaking is concerned. And then significant dip. Again, you can see this. I can say very deep, right? Perhaps, but that won't work because that's not the appropriate arrangement of two words. Bitterly cold instead of very, very cold, which is very common vocabulary. Bitterly cold has been used. Absolutely freezing. Again, instead of saying very freezing, quite freezing, appropriate combination of words. As cold as ice is an idiom which has been used here. Curl up by the fire. So curl up is a kind of phrase which has been used. I hope you must have a clear idea what exactly you need to do and what kind of preparation is really needed if you want to have a better score in lexical resource part. Of course, I'm going to discuss these things in details and I'm going to give you the list of such combination of words which is known as collocation. I'm going to give you the list of idioms at the end of the lessons and precise vocabulary. I'm going to give you a PDF format of that. So at the end, you'll be able to, I'll equip you with a lot of weapons which you can use, but of course you will have to go through them and you will have to try to apply them, right? Okay, so that's all from this video. Thank you very much. See you very soon in the next video with next criteria of evaluation. Bye.